Another tragedy hits the country.
Our hearts go out to the entire UNLV community.
Terrifying students and staff on campus. And unexpected wildlife surprise for neighbors.
Probably dangerously close to it and didn't even know it.
Near their front door. And one man shares his time with a unique volunteer group.
Best 3 hours of my week.
Cuddling the little ones. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
I'm Catherine Miranda. Today is Thursday, December 7th, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Flags flying at half-staff this morning after a deadly mass shooting on the campus of a well-known university. 3 people dead and another one is injured after gunfire erupted on the University of Nevada, Las Vegas campus.
The gunman behind yesterday's shooting also died. The shooter was a college professor whose connection to UNLV is unknown at this time, a law enforcement tells CNN. Reporter John Lawrence has more.
A flurry of emotions hovering over the University of Nevada, Las Vegas after a gunman opened fire on campus Wednesday.
You see all these school shooting stuff always, and I'm like, I kind of knew it was going to happen to me one day, but it's weird to have it real. It's scary, and it's real, and it needs to be taken seriously.
The suspect, who was pronounced dead at the scene, is a 67-year-old career college professor, according to a law enforcement source.
Our hearts go out to the entire UNLV community. No student should have to fear pursuing their dreams on the college campus.
This marks the 80th school shooting in the U.S. this year, according to CNN analysis, and it comes more than 24 hours after a deadly gun rampage in the Austin-San Antonio area.
Our thoughts are with the 6 victims who lost their lives, as well as several others who were injured, including 2 police officers.
In response to both shootings, President Joe Biden issued a statement calling on Congress to pass a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
The fact that this happens over and over again is ridiculous. School shootings have been happening since I was born. I was born in the year 2000. It's 2023, and I'm tired of it.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
AP African American Studies students will follow a revised curriculum this fall, following controversy here in Florida. Released yesterday, the update includes suggested topics on Black Lives Matter and reparations. Governor Ron DeSantis accused the new coursework of imposing a political agenda earlier this year. Florida officials have not commented since its release.
Rage emerges on stage as candidates blast each other during the 4th GOP presidential debate. It was last night in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. As CNN's Jeff Cellini reports, they were also taking aim at an opponent who wasn't there.
Nikki Haley at the center of a firestorm as Republican rivals sought to slow her rise Wednesday night during a heated final debate of the year.
Her donors, these Wall Street liberal donors, they make money in China. They are not going to let her be tough on China.
He's mad because those Wall Street donors used to support him and now they support me.
The former president continues to dominate the campaign despite thumbing his nose at another debate.
You can't defeat Democrat chaos with Republican chaos. And that's what Donald Trump gives us.
Christie stood alone in issuing a dire warning about the prospect of Trump returning to power.
Folks like these 3 guys on the stage make it seem like his conduct is acceptable. Let me make it clear. His conduct is unacceptable.
For much of the debate, Haley receded into the background, standing silent as her rivals piled on.
I don't have a woman problem. You have a corruption problem.
It's not worth my time to respond to him.
Christie and Haley are also on a collision course of their own, with moderate Republicans and independent voters in New Hampshire a centerpiece of their respective strategies. But the first stop in the Republican contest comes in Iowa, where DeSantis is staking his claim on slowing Trump's march to the nomination.
It is not a job for somebody that's pushing 80. We need somebody that's younger. We need somebody that's going to be able to go in there and clean house on day one and do it for 2 terms.
That was CNN's Jeff Cellini. At the exact time of the debate, former president and Republican frontrunner Donald Trump attended a fundraiser for his campaign.
If you love babies, this might be the gig for you. Hospitals across the country are bringing in helpers to cuddle newborns. Reporter Alan Shope from KMBC has a closer look at a program in Kansas City, Missouri.
What's the name?
Olivia.
Olivia. I like that.
It's a volunteer job that really hits you in the right spot.
Right up here on my heart.
But for recently retired and widower Bob McElwain, it's about so much more.
This is what I do for as long as I can.
Bob is part of the St. Luke's NICU Cuddlers program, a group of volunteers who spend a few hours every week holding babies.
They ran us through the training now, what to do, what not to do, how to hold the babies.
And cuddle them, even talk to them.
We talk about the stock market, politics, which is guaranteed to put them to sleep.
A lot of our babies are born small, premature, so weight gain is a huge thing for us. Of course, brain development as well, and cuddling absolutely supports all those things.
She's smiling.
Some newborns can spend months at the hospital, and mom and dad can't always be there to cuddle.
They're already dealing with enough. They just need to sleep, so that's what I try to get them to do.
Bob says he spends up to 3 hours a week at the hospital cuddling babies, and sometimes that whole 3 hours is just one baby.
Best 3 hours of my week.
They provide a lot for families. I know our child loves getting cuddled, so.
Oh, hi. We're going to wake up. And if I talk to them for a little bit, they will go to sleep.
Yeah.
I have that effect on people.
That was Alan Schode from KMBC. If you are interested in a volunteer opportunity like Bob's, the best way to find one is to do an internet search for NICU Cuddler. You might find an opening near you.
A man with a kidney disease receives the best present from a complete stranger just in time for the holidays. Nino DiGiulio, who lives near Phoenix, was in need of a kidney, but instead of waiting years for a donor match from the National Donor Database, he put the ad on the back of his truck. Then one day, while his truck was parked in the neighborhood, a random woman knocked on his window to ask Nino the question he had been waiting for. The woman, Renee Black, and Nino quickly started talking and became friends. Turns out Renee is the perfect match for the kidney transplant.
I was surprised. I thought I'd get a couple, but nothing like what I got.
I can do something to help another human being. I feel like I should. I have 2 working, functioning kidneys, and he needs one. So why wouldn't I give him one of mine?
The surgery was scheduled to happen a couple months ago, but due to some health issues with Nino, the kidney transplant is now set for January 3rd.
82 years ago today, 2,400 service members and civilians lost their lives in Pearl Harbor. On December 7, 1941, the U.S. Naval in Hawaii was air raided for 2 hours by the Japanese forces. The sneak attack shook the country into World War II. Congress designated December 7th as National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. 5 different Heat players scored double figures as Miami tries to pull out a win on the road. That's still ahead, and so is this story.
And all of a sudden, neighbors and police officers started yelling for me to close the door and run back in the house.
A predator problem for a Southwest Florida family as a big cat crosses their path. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet breaking. record-breaking.
A big cat spotted taking a nap in a residential neighborhood, prompting a call to Florida wildlife officers. An unexpected wildlife sighting in a southwest Florida neighborhood this week.
As Madison Adams from NBC2 reports, it wasn't your typical alligator, it was a rare Florida panther.
Angie and DJ Ole were sitting inside their house in the Bonita National neighborhood in Bonita Springs this morning when they saw what looked like a crime scene in their driveway.
And all of a sudden, neighbors and police officers started yelling for me to close the door and run back in the house.
Little did they know that there was a rare Florida panther sleeping in their bushes.
Wife, actually, I think you opened the gate, didn't she? Opened the gate, but did not know it was sitting right there. She was probably dangerously close to it and didn't even know it.
One of the Oles' neighbors tells us that he was on a walk when he spotted the panther. He called 911 and the Florida Wildlife Commission.
They came up here, were able to tranquilize it, and it ran across the street. And they got it, they pulled it up with a tarp over that way and took it away.
Wildlife experts say that there are fewer than 200 Florida panthers alive today. The FWC says that the last confirmed Florida panther sighting in Bonita Springs was in 2015.
Oh, they're around here, but you don't expect them camping out your front door.
Tonight, this panther is back in its natural habitat. FWC says that the panther is 61 pounds and healthy. She was dropped off in a 60,000-acre preserve near the Bonita National neighborhood this afternoon.
I'm just thankful that he goes somewhere and he's safe and, you know, lives the rest of his life. So, or her, I don't know what it is, but. Was it a she? Was it a she? All right.
I'm local in Bonita Springs, Madison Adams, NBC2.
And speaking about the Panthers, our very own Florida Panthers faced off against the Dallas Stars at home last night. Nico Mikola was able to assist Evan Rodriguez for his first goal of the game. Rodriguez had an excellent 4-point game which drove the Panthers past the Stars. The Panthers were able to stay up by 1 for almost the entirety of the game. Players like Barkov, Reinhart, and Verhaeghe helped the Cats secure the 5-4 win. The Panthers will face the Pittsburgh Penguins here at home tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
The Miami Heat pulled off a win in Canada against the Toronto Raptors. The game was close in the first half, ending with the Heat giving 66 points and down by only 2, but things turned around afterwards, and the Heat was able to allow 37 points while scoring 46. Caleb Martin had a season-high 24 points and career-best 12 rebounds. The final score was Heat 112, Toronto 103. The Heat come back home to face the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow at 8 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
And that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
I'm Catherine Miranda. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.